Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today I am with the Ford Mustang Mach E, which in recent times has been the most controversial nameplate of any manufacturer in North America, just because it's called a Mustang. But this is actually the first time that I get to drive this vehicle, and I got this one in Ontario, in Toronto, from Avis. Okay, so this time I'm trying a different company just to see what they offer. And it's awesome that they offer the Mach E, because I was never able to drive one when it first came out. I was always curious, but now I get to drive this black beauty. And today we are actually in Kitchener, which is a little bit outside of Toronto, and we're going to be traveling to Niagara Falls on a family road trip, and we will see how well this thing does. But before we do, let's have a quick look at what it looks like. So there you go, guys. This is the Ford Mustang Mach E, and they actually gave me a pretty good version. So this is the E4X. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the four-wheel drive one. It's got the nicer wheels. It's got the, oh, there you go. It closed itself. It's got the nicer wheels. It's got the panoramic sunroof. So a pretty nice spec when you think about it. And like I said, when it first came out, I was never able to drive one. But now we're gonna take this thing on a road trip for around 3 hours round trip, plus a little bit in town when we get there. And obviously we will need to charge this thing, so we will learn how well it charges. But honestly, I love the way it looks. I've driven it yesterday a little bit, and it's super comfortable and super nice. Okay, so it is almost time for us to go. We're gonna be leaving at around noon. It's an hour and a half there. I am right now at 74, I think, % battery. I'll put up a little video here so you guys can see. And obviously we will see how much we will have when we get there. It's a little bit colder today, but not yet winter in Ontario. So we're looking at around 10 degrees all the way there. It should be sunny in Niagara Falls. And then obviously when we're coming back, we're gonna have to charge. And we will find a suitable charger when we are ready and coming back. Now, this is another thing that I want to test, because a lot of my viewers who live in Ontario always tell me, hey Philip, you know what? The DC fast charging here is not as good as other provinces like Quebec and British Columbia. And some even say Alberta is doing better, which, you know, if Alberta is doing better than you, then, well, there is a problem, right? So we're gonna try and see how good or bad the EV charging is on a road trip in Ontario. So anyway, I gotta go pick up the family, pack the car, and off we go. So we have arrived in Niagara Falls with 35% or 135 kilometers on the GOM. We started at Kitchener at 64, so not too bad. If we drive slowly, we're probably gonna get back home with just a little bit of charge left, but obviously I wanna start charging somewhere on the way home, quote unquote home, where my family lives. But I want to try DC fast charging this thing, number one, to see how fast it charges, and number two is to experience the problems or lack of chargers that there are in Ontario for myself. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, a lot of my subscribers from Ontario have said that the situation here is not awesome, so I want to see how good or bad that is. Obviously, it'll be nice to make a video and kind of show you guys how it works from my perspective, right? Someone who has not been here, driven an electric car in Ontario until today, and then looking at how the charging networks work. But just in quick summary, this whole drive here was pretty good. I am liking the Ford Mustang Mach E quite a bit. It's such a nice car, and the adaptive cruise that they have here, it does not have, I don't think, Blue Cruise. It is a rental. But yeah, so far so good. I really like the car, and I'll give you guys an assessment after we get home and see how all of that went. But so far so good. So now we're gonna go explore the falls, so stay tuned for a cool little montage here from Niagara Falls. If you've never been, this is one of the places to come in Ontario or all of Canada to kind of see. You go to the Rocky Mountains and you see that, and then you come to Ontario and you see Niagara Falls. So let's go and have a look. hope you enjoyed that little quick montage of Niagara Falls. Like I said, it's a place you come once, you visit, and then you only come back if you have to, meaning that you have friends or family coming to Canada and then they want to see it. But apart from that, once is enough. Okay, so now let's get back to the car and we're gonna start driving back to Kitchener. This tower is really funny. There's like some windows up there missing. I don't know what the deal is with that, but yeah, I don't know if I would want to go up there. But anyways, that's it for Niagara Falls today. I really like this car, guys. It's growing on me. I didn't think I would like it, but I do love it. So now my son Austin wants to go shopping at an outlet center. So we're gonna go there, and after that, we're driving back to Kitchener. And like I say, somewhere on the road, we will be DC fast charging. So let's see how it all goes. We have arrived at our charger on the way back from Niagara Falls, 4%. So as always, trying to make sure I arrive with as little as possible. And the battery was preconditioning, so all good there. So now let me show you guys where we are. So these are the famous, infamous, who knows what, we'll see if it works, IV chargers that are on the en route locations throughout Ontario. So I will go now, plug in, and see how good the charging can be.
Not sure what happened here, but I think that because my phone was connected via Bluetooth to the car, I was not able to get sound from my microphones to register. But anyways, we arrived with 4% plugged in, and right away we were getting 125 kilowatt of charging power. So not too bad. Like I said, the battery was preconditioned, ready to go. There were reports of people getting more than this, but 125 was what I was able to get on those IV chargers. Then 10 minutes in, we dropped down to 109 kilowatt charging speed. That's about 25%, as can be seen here. Again, not too bad. Do I wish it would charge faster? Yes, of course, but it is what it is. It's good enough. And then finally, at the end, all I needed was around 35%. So here it took us 15 minutes or 14 minutes to get to 34%, starting from 4. Charging speed is like 96 kilowatt right there. We added 26 kilowatt hour into the battery. Again, pretty good road trip vehicle. It's not blazing fast, but it gets the job done.
All right, guys, we just came back from the road trip from Niagara Falls, and overall, pretty nice to drive this car for a little bit of a longer distance. So honestly, I'm pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting much from a Ford EV, and by the looks of it, I think they're doing well. And with the additions of new tech and new features on the 2025 Mach E, like heat pump, for example, which is going to make it way easier to use in our cold climate here in Canada, and especially for me in Alberta if I ever choose to buy one of these. I think they're on the right track, and I think that maybe Ford is onto something with this. So definitely a good road trip, and very comfortable vehicle. And I really like the adaptive cruise. Like I said, this one does not have the Blue Cruise because it is a rental, or maybe it's not available in Canada. I don't know. I will check it out and put it down here once I do find out. But yeah, overall, great car. I like it. We enjoyed it. Everybody was happy. Everybody was comfortable. So yeah, it's a great family car to take on a road trip, and it charges pretty fast. It's just that Ontario infrastructure isn't that great. I actually checked, and those IVs there on the app are just 100 kilowatts. So at the beginning we were pulling 125. So it seems like the chargers were giving us a little bit more than what the app said. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you watching till the end. If you like it, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next one. All right, take care. Bye.